I think that what makes this film so beautiful is that it's not centered around a man. It's not centered around love. But we'll see. I don't really know, but it should probably go both ways.
I don't know why this has become a selling point to pitch a movie to viewers, claiming that a film is anti-love and anti-man, as if the two are a detriment to any film's success, when in reality, the past decade has proven the opposite, that the more Hollywood and Western entertainment moves away from the universal themes of love and tries to replace, push out, or mock male-led franchises, the less success your product will actually receive. But when it comes to ideology and activists, of course, analytics and what the audience wants does not matter. Regardless, failing upwards is a trend for these folks in charge, responsible for these decisions. Which is why when I got recently asked in a live stream who was a favorite waifu of mine, I mentioned Rit from Banished from the Hero's Party. Besides having the heavies,
hell yes,
she is a great example of being tough when need be, while also being very feminine at the same time. I stated this is why I'm so thankful of anime more than ever, because it still embraces these themes of love, a humble guy moving to a quiet town, then joined by very feminine women who both fall in love, work together to defeat evil, and both enjoyed living their lives in harmony. Instead of putting down, emasculating, or bashing men, or just love bashing period, this story does the unthinkable and actually celebrates love and showcases how to write women being tough but also feminine.
think about that.
And this idea of doing both, it seems current Western media is allergic to, that feminine women must be gone and must be displayed as being tough at all times. But what's screwed up is that their idea of being tough is just being an asshole or just man-hating constantly, and it's just not appealing for viewers to watch. Anime doesn't have this problem. For instance, Sango from Inuyasha is known for being one of the best warriors in her tribe, fully capable of handling her own in combat, taking down countless demons throughout her journey, but then also has a soft side, capable of falling in love, in fact desiring it.
You've always been willing to risk your life for Kohaku and me. Oh, Moroku.
And is happy at the thought when asked to have a family with Miroku.
If we made it that far, would you come live with me? Would you bear my children, Sango? Sango?
Yes.
You'll have my children?
Yes. Moroku?
Thrilled at having his babies rather than reacting nasty to it, referring to babies as parasites. Also, and sentenced to be a hero, Kivia, who has a masculine temperament, leader of an army, exceptional warrior on her own, begins to have a crush on Silo as she slowly begins to realize him as an honorable character. And when wearing a dress which is uncommon for her, she blushes, actually enjoying it, then fishes for a compliment from Silo while pretending not to need one. But when he does, it's almost like a shockwave that hits her.
であまたってところだろうよ。
Showing no matter how much of a tomboy she is, she still desires to be seen as a feminine woman. May I ask one final thing? Scarlet, who is an all-out brawler, enjoys fighting, tomboy all the way, yet is able to get into her femininity from one man who catches her off guard, bringing out her soft side, which serves as a joke later, but the desire is still there regardless.
私は心を奪われてしまった。我が最愛のおもちゃよ。は
Ergo Proxy, Riel, with a masculine temperament detective fighter, yet enjoys appearing somewhat feminine, applying her makeup even when it seems pointless during this part of the story. Tales of the Wedding Ring, Grenard's, I hope I'm saying that name right, character who is similar to Ghislaine, heavies and attitude-wise, known for her fighting, enthusiasm in combat, talking recklessly, but even shows her feminine side when addressed and thanked by the main character, even played as a joke because it's so rare for her to do. And one very recent anime I really enjoyed, Agents of the Four Seasons, where Sakura, a guard of the Agent of Spring who is constantly under attack, adopts a masculine way of being in order to do so to protect her at all times, but is immediately flustered, blushing in the presence of the man she loves deeply, caught off guard, unable to hide her feelings, showing it's okay to fall or be in love.
なんだよお前遅いんだよ来るのが
Also, just in time for this video, Mushoku Tensei Season 3 just dropped, and Aris, who we haven't seen in a while, her whole training arc in order to progress as a worthy fighter revolves around getting more in touch with her femininity in some type of way. Now, we all know Aris is quite the masculine temperament, tomboyish, don't mess with me attitude, even described by the characters around her as a mad dog beast full of animosity.
よろしく。まるで野獣だね。
Training hard to become a swordsman worthy of Rudis' love. And even me, whenever I saw her bring up Rudis' name, she seems so happy, at peace, and warm, like she has an alter ego that brings her joy from the thought of even mentioning Rudis' name.
ルーデウスはすごいのよ。
And one piece of advice she receives from her peer is that she ought to try to think of Rudis more while taking better care of herself with regards to being a woman, like taking a shower, which is almost foreign to Aris. Because her peer notices she's at peace and her murderous intent isn't as detectable, which is holding her back in her training whenever she talks about Rudis. In the moment she receives this advice and actually does that, she smiles naturally, realizing, damn, her friend was instantly right.
まあ、確かにルーデウスは選択とか豆だったわね。
Then, as she carries this advice into her next sparring match, she smiles genuinely, catching her opponent off guard, finally beating the one she couldn't, blushing after the fact, feeling proud. So in order for Aris to progress as a fighter and person overall, she had to tap into her love she has for Rudis, getting in touch with her femininity in order to do so. The perfect example of being tough while also embracing her femininity. Now, while making this video, more examples keep popping up in my head of woman characters who drive this point home for me. Like Casca from Berserk, who is known as an ultimate warrior amongst the band of the Hawks, but at the end of the day still wants to be seen as the woman she is in a feminine dress.
It's silly. I can't believe I came wearing something like this. And look at all my muscle. I look silly, don't I? The truth.
No. You look very lovely.
Really?
Sure.
Examples I could keep giving that would make this video seem infinitely long. This idea of a tough but feminine woman, anime still does effortlessly to this day, able to give us woman characters that are appealing to watch and read, which is why when compared to Western media, anime and manga's writing are far superior without a doubt. Hence its popularity in current day, whether people realize it or not.
Message!
See, anime uplifts what Western media puts down. Women characters who nurture and heal are seen as something degrading.
Like, she's like the really kind girl who has her superpower is like to like heal everyone and like make the world a better place.
Poor women, we have to heal everyone.
And then Tifa's like this like sexy little thing who's like a thief and stuff. She wears a short skirt, and you're like, I can't decide. And then
the one that's gonna heal everything and the one in the short skirt. These are the options. Oh my god. This is the problem with the world.
While anime presents them as something sacred to be cherished and not to be looked down upon. Even in harem-like anime, where multiple women are seeking love from one man, there's still a sense of genuine romance and love being sought out and offered. A sense of protection from the man and the woman accepting his willingness to die for them. In modern Western media, the idea of courting a woman is seen as toxic, evil, or just stalking.
There is a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Yeah. Weird. Super weird. So we didn't do that this time.
While in anime, it's appreciated and something the woman desires even if downplayed comedically. In Rama, one of my favorite characters, Ukyo, who is known as a tomboy actually being mistaken for a boy at first, until the heavies are revealed, that is.
Gotcha!
Wants nothing other than Rama to ask her out on a date to an exclusive resort.
Sounds good.
Doesn't it?
Asking herself, will he notice her more if she dressed like a girl tapping into her feminine side?
Would he like me better if I acted more like a girl? I'm his fiancé, but he treats me like one of the guys. Maybe I can show him another side of me.
And when she does, she's almost unrecognizable by everyone around her. That despite her tomboyish ways, she wants to be noticed as a woman from the man she loves.
Oh, Ranma, it's like I'm not even alive. Why does she look so sad?
Even going as far as to having a cooking contest to win over his heart and attention.
You no have contest without me! When Ranma
which would blow a circuit in a feminist's brains if ever watched. Because the idea of a woman being feminine cooking for the man she loves is downright detestable to activists. And even at the end, when complimented by Rama on how well she looked in her dress, it catches her off guard more than any fighting technique could, causing her to blush.
You look pretty cute in that getup too.
Cut it out, will ya? You're embarrassing me.
Smacking him with that big ass spatula. Whenever a man displays any type of masculinity to win over the woman he loves in Western media, it's immediately labeled the activist made-up term toxic masculinity by feminists, which is why we get so many emasculated men characters in our media today, because God forbid a woman character be seen seeking out these traits in a man. But again, this is something anime isn't shy to embrace, even in current day. The Frontier Lore Begins with Zero Subjects is an anime airing right now. It has a burly man named Diaz who meets a bit of a tomboyish female named Alna, who at first deems him as an unworthy man to be, maybe dim-witted as well. Even feeling slight resentment, she has to be the one assigned to him as a caretaker. But once his skill as a fighter and hunter are displayed, her perception is immediately flipped upside down, surprising even him at first by her switch in expression, probably seeing her smile for the first time with such glee and proudness, describing him as manly, seeing him as capable and being worthy of such praise. Then later it's explained by her leader that amongst their people, manliness is highly sought after, praised and valued above all. That a man is determined by how much he's a hard worker, reliable, and that Alna is a grown woman and is delighted to be in the presence of such manliness, which puzzles him when he asks, but isn't a man determined by other things as well, such as good looks and conversation? To which the leader responds, don't be ridiculous. Which I just thought was funny, because she says, that doesn't matter. Can you bring the bacon home or not? Are you able to provide for a family? That's all that matters. And that alone, I can hear the feminist seething over. Anything other than manliness is of no value to a woman. And by the next morning, you have Alna making him breakfast with a pleasant expression on her face. And when complimented, she blushes, even wearing makeup later that he notices on her, obviously showing she's making ways to please the man she's grown immense admiration for, doing the classic feminine pose we damn near only see in anime. And later, during her hunt against a monster, she's left helpless facing death, but is saved by Dia, showing a level of manliness she's never seen before, instantly jumping on him, saying he'll be the man that she marries without a doubt. So again, she went from sort of a tsundere, tomboyish, masculine temperament kind of woman, but when in the presence of a man proving his manliness capabilities like no other, she immediately gets into her feminine proudly, willingly, gladly, with tears flowing. Good luck trying to get any modern Hollywood screenwriter, game developer, storyteller, whatever it is, to implement these themes into anything in current day. They have been so trained not to do so, becoming totally averse to this idea, which is why the UN is trying to demonize and change anime from the inside out, basically destroying it, stating its violence against women and children, promoting harmful stereotypes, which raises red flags when there is an anime they choose to get behind, acting as if they don't despise the medium trying to rewrite history. But real quick, since we're on the topic of tough but feminine women, I decided to dedicate this video sketch to Hell's Paradise very own Sagari. A character I think really sums this up, being tough but also very, very feminine. A skilled swordsman, dutiful, who takes her role very seriously as a member of the Yamada clan, very rigid in what's required of her in whatever task is placed upon her, but also very soft-spoken, modest, shy at times, kind-hearted, unwilling to take advantage of people. She literally defines the tough but feminine archetype of woman characters that I'm referring to. Now for this sketch, I tried out for the first time my white gel pen I recently bought to give her the reflected sunlight effect in her hair, but I think I need to buy a better one, maybe because it was hard to apply it over 2 coats of pencil coloring for her hair, or maybe I did it wrong. So if you have any advice, feel free to give suggestions. Also, shout out to everyone who sent me their art, getting to show some of it on stream. Sorry Kamlay, but the Just Lane art from Mushoku Tensei would have been way too much for a YouTube video, but we still got to see some of it on stream, so shout out to the heavies that you apparently displayed with that picture. But as always, if you want to add some items and tools to your kit as well, if you draw or an artist, check out some of the items I tagged in this video to get started that are very similar to the ones that I use, or if you already are artists, feel free to use them to continue, as well as some other fan-related merch like figures, manga, etc. But regardless, I'll always appreciate the love. Now back to the video. Warrior Princess and the Barbaric King, an anime about a character named Sarah, who is a notable warrior princess who commands an army exceptional amongst her peers, who is defeated in battle and captured by the barbaric king named Vior, thinking she'll be used as a slave, but is surprised when he really just wants to treat her as a princess and proposes to her, which stuns her to learn how in many ways they're actually a non-barbaric people, but actually kind and understanding. At first she rejects his gentlemanly ways, but even she is put it back describing him as handsome, blushing, thinking how much he's a gentleman for making sure she doesn't catch a cold giving her his shirt. And when picked up and held as a lady, she's surprised by how much she even enjoys it, never having this done to her before, giving no resistance to him at all. She's allowed to be feminine seemingly for the first time despite how much of a warrior she is. She even encounters other female warriors she used to lead in her army who also have been captured by other barbaric warriors of this village. A female warrior who was once known as fierce, always stern and serious, on guard, but then is told how much they've grown to love this new way of living, how much her friend loves being a mother now, pregnant with her second child, and enjoys her husband so much.
やっぱり驚きますよね。それにその腹は。
This causes Sarah to think back to the woman she was, always fighting on guard, and how she is now, seeing how much more happier she is having a family and being a mother, something Sarah herself is now considering, leading to a surprising ending for herself. Again, this would twist every feminist brain, having them screaming into the air, punching pillows. Because over here in the West, you have this overgrowing, evil, demonic, devilish, cultish, indoctrinated mindset that babies are parasites and having babies is one of the worst things you can do as a woman.
A fetus is literally a parasite, like it is sucking the life from a mother.
What? Something that expands in our current storytelling as well. But again, anime will proudly celebrate womanhood and mothers in their storytelling, which again makes the UN very angry. All of this is to say, Japanese creators within anime know how to write tough but feminine women characters, while also including a variety of different women character personalities as well. They know what the viewers and readers want, what we find appealing. Girl bosses suck, are annoying, and a nuisance to watch, while every example I laid out in this video isn't that at all. They're fun to watch, strong but feminine. They're not some character written by a feminist just to channel their hate for men and to stick it to the patriarchy, saying this isn't made for men, then complain when men don't show up. Anime doesn't spend time letting their audience know how much they hate them, but creates stories and fun characters as an appreciation for what we enjoy. In the West, femininity for women characters is considered acidic, toxic, and poison to the feminists, while in anime and manga is considered a treasure, and the audience has voted of where they want to be, contributing their viewership and readership towards anime.
Message!
But that's all I have for this video. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. I don't know how many times Hollywood, Western, AAA, just Western entertainment overall has to fail before they learn what the audience actually wants. They try to push the narrative that we hate female leads in media, but our interest in Eastern media completely disproves that when they actually deliver female leads that we admire. But again, activists are stubborn, and our mainstream outlets that control our classic properties will probably have to fully collapse, then built back up by actual fans before we receive proper entertainment that capture what anime does so well: tough but feminine woman characters. Hoping Japan won't succumb to the same pitfalls we have over here. Also, if you want to support the content I create, consider joining my channel, becoming a member. It's much appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Free think. Peace.